So you mean Trump and Elon can come up with a plan with AfriForum to bring over 10,000 white South African farmers to work, but they can't give Black Americans reparations?
Breaking immigration news that is so ridiculous that I had to double check it to make sure it was true. Donald Trump signed an executive order to prioritize the resettlement of a particular group of African refugees. Is this crazy? Which group of African refugees would Donald Trump single out for special treatment?
This is just another example that if America wanted to give Black Americans reparations, they could do it if they really wanted to.
I wish Americans would just stop this pretense that it's not about brown people. It's about brown people, and I'm so exhausted by it.
Hello amazing viewer, this is Comfort for Life. I bring to you a compilation of TikTok videos together with famous channel show videos for educational purposes. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and to my returning viewers, I love and appreciate you. Your love for this channel is on another level. I love you and I don't take it for granted. Let's dive into today's video.
Peter, what does Donald Trump's executive order mean for South Africa?
Well, I think we have to start by defining what a refugee is. Refugees are people from war-torn country fleeing persecution, people that are desperately seeking just a bit of a better life than they currently have. Now we also have to ask the question, are white South Africans living on farms? Are they refugees? Can we see these people as refugees? And you know that answer is up for debate. My response to people saying, what would you make of people fleeing to America as refugees? I'd say, let them go. And after 4 years, when the system changed over there, and they would like to return, we just say, you made your choice, stay that side. So to answer your question, what would this mean for South Africa? A lot of people believe that this would be terribly bad for South Africa as we'd lose our farmers. Right? But we have to ask the question, are people really going to move to America? Or is Donald Trump just playing politics, right? He said he'd take over Gaza. He said he'd take Greenland. He said he is going to, take Canada. His next thing was helping white Afrikaners resettle in the USA. None of this seems to be happening. So should we rather ask, is Donald Trump going to keep to his word and help these, refugees? Or is this just some, 4D chess that we don't know the final move to?
See, this is Ernest. Ernest has recently committed treason in South Africa according to the Constitution, which is punishable by 30 years in prison. Now, Ernest has gone to the USA, written letters to the USA, saying or stating that we are currently experiencing a mass murder of white farmers and that white farmers' land has been taken from them. Now, South Africa does not have a white crime problem. South Africa has a crime problem. For instance, about 93 people were killed last year in 3 days in Cape Town at the Cape Flats, right? And then mass murders of farmers, only 52 to 54 per year. Now, if you compare 93 people in 3 days compared to 52 to 54 in a year, we don't go around saying that there's a mass murder of colored South Africans. We don't do that. But yet Ernest has gone to the USA saying that we are killing the white farmers and taking their land. This is the furthest thing from the truth. Is there white farm murders happening in South Africa? Yes, definitely. And we do not agree with that. We do not say that it should be done. However, what's happening with Ernest and his group, I think, is a bit unfair to all of South Africans. What this has also done is you have people like Elon Musk, even Tristan Tate, rallying behind AfriForum and other figures on Twitter, and then pushing this narrative. Now, these are popular social media figures which people follow religiously, regardless of their message, are now misinformed and have this misconception of large killings of white people in South Africa. This is not true. South Africa, out of all the places in the world, I believe, with our crimes, with everything that we have wrong, we are still one of the most welcoming, one of the most loving, and one of the most countries you can ever go to or visit. Now, the impact of this guy's decision and AfriForum's decision does not just impact us, normal South Africans, middle-class South Africans, lower class South Africans, white South Africans, colored South Africans, black, every race, every group is impacted by the decisions. And I wished that every forum would, in a way, admit the wrongs about apartheid and then give us a way how to fix it. If they could come to us and say, this is what happened during apartheid and this is how we think we should fix it, that would resolve all of the trouble. And yeah, wishing Ernest and every forum the best. I hope they come to their senses. I hope Donald Trump comes to his senses and we can fix this.
Dear white South Africans, are you okay? I'm going to need you guys to start speaking up a little bit, all right? You know, protecting this rainbow nation that you love so much. Because there's a narrative out there that you guys are being unalived every day and that you are being mistreated within the borders of South Africa. And you and I know that's not true. South Africa has a crime issue, not a race issue, a crime issue. It's not like when hijackers find me, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, sissy, I was looking for a white person. Not at all. In fact, people of color are largely affected by the crime within South Africa. You know why? Because we are the majority. I need you guys to stop being so quiet because it's a little problematic for me. Because there's an orange man and Elon Musk out there spreading rumors about South Africa. And it's not true. There is no way you guys will be flocking to a country that mistreats you. Majority of you have the means to leave South Africa, yet you choose to stay. You need to tell the world why you're staying. This is the time to speak up about this beautiful country that you love so much. Thank you.
If South Africa is this horrifying place, the laws are so bad, and there's an equivalent of a white G-side, and somebody, a magnanimous country with all this money and resources and all these things says, you know what, we will resettle you here. Would you not take the help? All around the world, people live in crazy war zones where there's conflicts and there's bad things. And you know what they do? They go to countries to seek refuge and asylum.
So my name is Dean Chansey, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And before I start this, I would like to say I know my country's screwed up. You know what? But I'm a songwriter. I've come to love South Africa. And I'm standing on a farm just, around Cullinan. And, I passed a Afrikaner this morning on the way up here. And he was walking alongside the road with probably 20 years old with a South African flag wrapped around him and some cardboard. And I stopped and gave him some money. And I got back in my car and I just got mad. And so I want to ask folks here something. And please, if their kids listen to this, please don't let them listen to it. But my question is why aren't you all so fucking mad that smoke is coming out of your ears? Why aren't you so fucking mad that you're breathing fire? Why aren't you so fucking mad at what's going on in this country that you're willing to go next door and take your neighbor's hand and say, enough of this shit. I've had enough. You know, if the Afrikaner, if the Boer stood up, you built this country. This country is what it is today because of what you guys did. So my question is, why aren't you fucking mad about it? Why aren't you so fucking mad that you're willing to say enough's enough? Why aren't you so fucking mad that you're willing to stand up? Because this country's going to shit, and you guys are all standing around like it's not. There's 10% of you that are on fire and want to do something about it. The other 90% of you are sitting in your houses, comfortable as you can be, taking your little vacations, acting like nothing's going on. Okay, maybe you're not sure what to do. Well, I'll give you something to do. Say fucking no. Say enough's enough. Stand up and say, we're not taking this no more. Because I know if you guys will stand up and say, we're not taking this no more, this country will stop dead. Why are you going to wait till it goes to shit like Zimbabwe? Maybe you're going to wait because you're so comfortable. You know what? I went to a concert last night, and you know what I saw? I saw a bunch of Afrikaners sitting around acting like they were in Europe somewhere, not giving a shit. And I saw just a few willing to do something about it. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to wait till everything goes to hell and then cry in your Millie meal and say, everything's gone to hell, it's so terrible? Well, that's where it's going. The ANC is going to do nothing but run this country into the friggin' ground like they've been doing for the last 20-something years. if you guys will stand up and say enough's enough, you can stop this. Okay, it's going to cost you something, but you know what? When this place goes to shit, it's going to cost you everything. You're going to have nothing. And if you don't stand up today and say the hell with it, we've had a fucking enough, then this country is shit. You're going to have nothing. Your kids are going to have nothing. Your forefathers gave their lives, their sweat, and their blood. They believed in God and trusted God, but you know what? They had to go do something about it. They didn't rest on their laurels, or they'd still be down in Cape Town going, I wish we could get away from here and do something about it. You know, things are tough down here. No, they got in their wagons and they charged up Africa. And they built the greatest nation in South Africa. What are you guys going to do? Say, enough is enough. Stand up like the boers that you are. Take each other's hands and say no. Just say no. Say, we're not taking this anymore. We've had enough. It stops right here with us. Because if you don't, you're going to lose everything. And I will pray that God will give you the strength to do it. And God bless, keep all of you, and keep you safe, and give you the strength to do what I know that only a Boer can do. You know, what's impossible for us is not impossible for God. You have the witness of Blood River. You have the witness of the Great Trek. You have the witness of this country. But you know what? Your forefathers had to do something about it. God bless.
So we have another South African white genocide conspiracy theorist asking, explain the torture and the fact that they are not even robbed. And I'm assuming this is in regards to white farmers who experience these brutal acts of crime on their farms in South Africa. Now, if the conclusion that you are drawing from these acts of crime that every demographic all over the world experiences for various different reasons is that they are inspired by a movement dedicated to the genocide of white people, then the onus of explanation for that is not on me, it's actually on you, because you have yet to explain why it is you think that these crimes are motivated by anti-white sentiment. And as we know, Black South Africans also experience these crimes. So if we followed your same line of reasoning here, could we assume that they're also experiencing a genocide? And if so, who is perpetuating the genocide? Because if we're experiencing a genocide and they're experiencing a genocide, are we genociding each other? And where's the line drawn between mutual genocide and just a straight up war? I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on this, because I'm not so sure you have any thoughts at all. So
it's always fun to say, isn't that what your people want? I want to know, who's this your people that you're speaking about? My people are South Africans. I don't know who's this your people. And regarding to when am I leaving South Africa, I think the chances are bigger that you're leaving South Africa before me. Listen, I'm proud of Mzansi. I'm proud of all of us. I'm white. Get over it. You're black. Get over it. Other people's maybe brown. Get over it. Just get over this racism nonsense. Not everything has to be. I put up a post, it wasn't even my post, about alcohol, and you make it into race. Check your heart, man.
Well, we're moving to America. Do you need help packing? Like, we'll come together, bro. I'll bring the boxes, the tape. I'll get some guys to come help. You know, we'll make a day of it. I'll fucking gladly pack your shit.
Okay, listen. Speaking as a South African, I think I can speak for a lot of us, maybe all of us, when I say, please don't send Elon Musk back. Like, also, please don't judge us by him. Like, we all have that, like, really weird, kind of messed up member of the family. You know what I mean? Every family's got that one nephew, you know, or that, like, dodgy uncle that comes to dinner, you know, and always, like, lingers a little too long on the hello kiss. Do you know what I'm saying? We all have that one dodgy member of the family. Elon Musk is South Africa's dodgy member of the family. He's like the uncle that you really don't want to invite to Christmas, but you kind of have to. Please keep him, America. You can keep him, or you can send him somewhere else, but like, we don't really want him back here. Thank you. Thanks so much. Mzansi says hi.
My name is Davy Wessels. President Trump, I see a lot of liberals wants to tell you what's going on in South Africa. Well, on ground level, our situation is dismal. And yes, you are correct in your assumption that South Africa is a failed state. We are experiencing a warlike situation with more than 22,000 people being murdered each year, hundreds of thousands of people being affected by crime each year. Thousands of our people and children are being murdered and raped on a daily basis. I'm a boer and farmer, and since the ANC came into power, thousands of white farmers were murdered and tortured to death on their farms. This being actively encouraged by the EFF and ANC. People are dying in state hospitals, always, waiting for days to be admitted for standard procedures. All the while, the ANC cadre steals the money, which is supposed to go to the needy. All state institutions are failing, and the woke liberal DA are the ones signing the expropriation law into power, since they are part of the ANC-led government. The situation is so bad currently that if a loved one doesn't answer their phone, you're immediately worried about what could have happened to them. The woke liberals and the ANC is trying to paint a rosy picture, but if you want our help in your investigation, we will show you the reality on ground level. We already gathered 50,000 signatures in 2 days in support of this message of us, and it is to be handed over in a huge gathering by our fellow Boers and Patriots Saturday the 15th at the US Embassy in Pretoria. This gathering is organized by myself and fellow Afrikaner Willem Petzer. We sincerely hope this message will reach you, and we want to thank the international community for their continued support.
I just need a Republican to make this make sense. Trump pretty publicly ran on migrants, right? Like, no more people coming in, some of the people that are here have to go. Like, it was pretty public, we all saw it, right? He also just signed an executive order prioritizing the resettlement of South African refugees to the United States. Hear that again, and keep in mind who's the most famous South African that you know. Some people can't name a second South African, to be honest. So you have South Africans, specifically of European descent, which they got there because they left the Netherlands and they came down and they colonized South Africa. That's just a fact. That's how that happened. That's how you get white South Africans. And they're now getting priority to come in to America. Priority, like when you're like getting on a plane and they're like, priority, come get on the plane first, immediately, like right now. That's what's happening. I ask all that because like the big question behind that for me is like, is it because they're white? Like, is that it? And if you hit me with the word Jenny and you're like, that's why, where are the executive orders for the other Jennies occurring to get safety here in America? I don't know.
So apparently the Trump administration is going to allow white South Africans to seek asylum because they're mad because the majority black population is standing on business and taking back a lot of the stuff that the white South Africans were able to essentially create on their shoulders during the apartheid state. I wish Americans would just stop this pretense that it's not about brown people. It's about brown people. And I'm so exhausted by it because, like, if you could just say that out loud. No one was for this when it was brown people from south of the border trying to escape violence. No one was for this when it was black Africans trying to escape violence. No one was for this when it was brown Middle Eastern people trying to escape violence. But it's white South Africans escaping, getting their, giant pieces of farmland and their mansions taken by the government that they only have because of long-term subjugation. Oh no! Will we please think of the rich whites? You're too loud with the subtext. Just say what you mean. Like, that's the part I'm so exhausted about. Just say what you mean already. Save us all the struggle of like having to do this back and forth. Because we already know, you clearly know. Just say the real thing out loud. Say it's about brown people. Say it's about brown people.
To eradicate that people. You must understand the concept was that AIDS was a killer. It was incurable at that point in time, so it was led to believe that if you infected people, it was the quick, non-militaristic approach to eliminate black people.
And that is something you know for a fact, that AIDS was actively being spread to other countries?
Yes, to African countries.
So if the white farmers leave, we'll be fine in SA.
If the white farmers leave, then we are going to enter civil war. Because people are going to come into your house to get food. The hungry will eat the rich.
So I'm going to eat soul.
If you're hungry, you will eat soul. They look yummy.
You know where it starts.
To all the white Afrikaners or the white people in South Africa that are so excited to come to America, oh my goodness, this is such a big opportunity. Take out your notepads, because I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to give you a list of things to pack, right? Right now, it's freezing. There's no wearing your farmer shorts here, your bas what shorts here, and your safari shirts, short sleeve, what. It's freezing. This is gonna be a uniform every day, because I don't know what they're gonna do about the jobs, or if they're gonna give you guys homes or land. But chances are, if you're a farmer, you're gonna come here and farm, right? It's cold in the fields in America. It is cold, okay? So be sure to bring all the stuff that you need to be warm. Another thing, practice English. Practice. Watch American TV shows. Watch all these things, because when you get here, you can't just, there's no none of that. Yeah, we speak in an American accent like this. So if you're coming here with your South African accent, it's just not gonna slide with us, okay? So be sure to remember all of these things. Another important thing, those of you who are so excited and going on social media posting, yes, viva Trump, viva Elon Musk, when the plan doesn't work because it is unfeasible to bring 500,000 white South Africans to an American economy, do not ask us to take you back. Do not ask us to be friendly with you. We will not forget. The internet is forever. We will not forget who are so excited about spreading lies that there is a genocide and a massacre on white farmers in South Africa, on white people. Nochal. You can't even say that here. You can't even say nochal here. Nobody knows what you are talking about. Heads up. But anyways, congratulations, guys, on this wonderful opportunity. Open the GoFundMes. I know so many Black and Indian and Asian South Africans who are just waiting to just like help fund this relocation process, and I'm really happy for you guys. This is like it's life-changing, literally. Like, come to America, guys, please.
I hope this video was beneficial to you. These are the clips that I've been able to put together. What's your take on this? Let's have a conversation in the comment section. The video is already lengthy. I don't want to speak a lot, but also like the video, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's share thoughts kindly. We need to interact. There are concerning matters here that we have to talk about. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.